Right, so today we're going to do the processing of this piece here. So this is basically a completed version of what we're hoping to achieve. So here we have one of them marked out already. So the first thing we're going to process is this angled cut here. So the way we do that is we put our piece into the block here and we take our tenon saw. And we start off by doing 3 draws of our saw just to mark our line. And then we're going to start sawing down, but when we do that we have to watch our line here at the front and at the back just to make sure that we don't veer off path. So checking front and back, check our lines. And then as we're getting close to the bottom of our piece, then to the end of our cut, we're going to slow down the cuts just to make sure that we don't burst out the bottom. So we have a good clean cut. So that's that cut achieved. So then the next piece we have to cut up is this little groove here. So it's like a V groove, and I've marked the center of the groove. So the idea of that is that it's going to help us when processing. So we place our piece into the vise. The first thing we do is take our tenon saw again, and we're going to cut down the center line here down to the apex of the groove. So again, watching our lines front and back. And just be careful not to go down beyond the bottom point of our groove. That's very important. So once we've that cut made, then we take our chisel. So this piece here is 12mm wide, so I'm going to use a 12mm chisel. So you just select the appropriate chisel depending on what piece you're working on. So to take out this piece here, we're taking off small little pieces of timber, working our way down towards the middle. So it's important not to take off too bigger pieces at a time. So just taking small little slices just to make sure that we don't damage our piece. We're gradually working down towards our lines and in towards the center. So we'll keep a liner line both sides, make sure we're not veering off path. And as we're getting towards, as we're reaching our line, we have to make sure that we don't take off too big a pieces, so very small pieces as we get to our line, just to make sure that we don't go beyond it. So that's the first section of our groove taken out. So just flip our piece around and repeat the process. But when we're working from this side, we have to be extra careful that we don't apply too much pressure on the chisel, so that when we take off our piece, that we actually damage this slope surface here. So again, take our appropriate chisel grip and just very controlled small pieces take off like so. And again, same as before, just watching our lines both sides, taking off nice small pieces at a time so we don't damage our piece. And again, as we get close to our line, we try to take off smaller pieces again, just to make sure that we are accurate. Yeah, that's the groove taken out then. So the last thing we have to do is take off our waist at the end. So as we can see from our working drawing, that our overall length is 100mm, which we've marked on already. So we have to take off our waist at the end. So like before, make sure that you have it solid against the block. Take your tenon saw again and draw back 3 times to mark our line. And then watching our line back and front, we begin to saw. Take it nice and handy. And again, as we get to the bottom, we slow down our cuts to make sure we don't burst out the bottom of our piece. As you can see, we have nice clean edges, and that's our piece processed.